What's up, y'all? Let's jump right into this WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It started off with the kickoff. They called it the WLC match. They are wrong for that. Basically, little people wrestling. El Torito against Hornswoggle. I'm gonna tell you, Hornswoggle was actually kind of impressive, with his overall move set. I thought, obviously, El Torito was a great little athlete, did his thing. This was they wanted to make sure that they didn't just say, hey, this is just gonna be a little cheap, hardcore match. They actually went and did some stuff. Hornswoggle put El Torito through the table with the flying elbow drop, like little Shawn Michaels. Then you had this maneuver where El Torito goes through, both of Los Matadores and, Jinder Mahal through the table. Ultimately, El Torito did the springboard off the top rope, smash through Hornswoggle, gets the win. It was kind of brutal, for that type of match. As the actual program began, then it was Rob Van Dam against Jack Swagger and Cesaro in a triple threat match. But before Cesaro even came out there, Paul Heyman came out there and just did his killer job on the mic. This dude he's one of the best on the mic ever. He just really is. The match was okay. I was actually expecting more. It had some cool stuff, but I thought that, I don't know, it just seemed like it almost kind of felt like it was like pointless or something. I don't know. Like, what did it really mean that this match happened? Cesaro tried to do the giant swing on Swagger, got interrupted. Swagger had a nice belly to belly off the top rope, tried to throw on the Patriot Lock. Springboard uppercut by Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro did his thing, of course. He did the apron from the second rope suplex through. He had a real nice belly to back into a bridge suplex on Rob Van Dam. Ultimately, it ended up with Van Dam and Cesaro in there as Swagger got eliminated, which the announce team didn't even actually know that it was a triple threat elimination match. They were surprised when Swagger got pinned and it didn't end. But yeah, Cesaro wins with the neutralizer on a garbage can, and yeah, it goes. Now, next matchup was Alexander Rusev it was a handicap match, and Lana Mercy. She does some things well. She does. She's something else. She came out there with Alexander Rusev, and R-Truth and Xavier Woods came out there to get slapped around. More or less, this was a squash match, is what it was. Rusev is impressive. He is. I don't want the same thing to happen to him that happened to Ryback, but Lana will probably help that not happen because, people like her. They really like her. So Rusev throws R-Truth around, then he slams out Xavier Woods around. Nothing special. Squash match. You knew what was going to happen. Next up, he had a little quick promo with Evolution. They had on some cool t-shirts. That's why I showed that. But the next match itself was the number one contender, Bad News Barrett, taking on Biggie Langston, who has defended the championship, the Intercontinental title, once in 400 days. I'm exaggerating, but not a lot. So I kind of knew who was going to win this match. I really did. Biggie had a cool, STO type of a thing here, like a catching rock bottom or something he did. Pulled the straps down, but I already knew from the look on his face, because he can't really sell nothing. I already knew from the look on his face he wasn't going to pull it off. Turns out he ends up getting bull hammered and loses the Intercontinental Championship pretty much like I expected. Bad News Barrett might have a nice little run as the IC champion because his gimmick is really over right now. This was a pretty good match. Had a really nice spot towards the end. The Shield against Evolution. Honestly, I think Triple H wrestled this entire match like he was hurt, which we know he had the thigh injury. So I felt like he really, if you really think about the match, he didn't get into a lot of stuff. In the ring, the Evolution pretty much was dominating the action. The Shield had a couple nice moments. When it got to the scramble is when the Shield really started to step up. Nice flying knee off the top rope from Seth Rollins to the side of the head of Batista. Broke up an attempted Batista bomb. He tried to do that a couple times, never got it off. But this right here was sick. You knew they were kind of setting up for something to happen. You just kind of could feel it. They look up and coming flying off of the top. Look at that, up by the audience. Seth Rollins into the crowd. Now, the two legal men were Roman Reigns and Batista at this moment. Batista is caught in the ring with Roman Reigns, tried to get the Batista bomb, didn't get it, ended up getting speared. The Shield win. I kind of knew that was going to happen too, because I told you guys on the preview that on the Payback poster, Triple H is there holding the hammer. So it's, something's going to happen for, you knew that was going to happen in some way, shape, or form. Next up was John Cena against Bray Wyatt in the cage. Pretty good match. I mean, you kind of figured that Bray had to win because the last, WrestleMania, John Cena beats Bray. So, there's real high hopes for Bray. So he can't just lose, right? He just can't just lose. So I knew he had to win this match. So I guess even though a lot of the action was good, for the most part, all of the outcomes were pretty predictable because of where the whole storylines were. But there was a lot of near wins for Cena, which, just kind of knew it wasn't going to happen. And they kept stopping him. Now, at the end of the match, here we go. Cena's trying to call out, and one of the freaky little kids that they keep throwing out here with Bray Wyatt comes up singing in some kind of demonic voice or whatever. I don't know, man. Call me crazy, but I just can't say it. I don't understand what people, they let their kids do the little demonic stuff. I'd be like, can he do something else? Why you gotta do the devil thing? I don't know. So he walks off in a graduation gown and some gym shoes and a weird voice. And they screw Cena out of the win, and Bray Wyatt wins. Bray Wyatt's awesome. He really is. He's the dude is on every level. He got it right. Next up was a Divas match, and that pretty much should sum it right up there for you. Tamina Snuka against the new champion, Paige. Now she's got some talent, but she's getting on my nerves because I'm feeling like they forcing Paige on us. I thought this match might be actually good because I think Tamina can work a little bit. But it was just kind of like, it was just kind of there. I don't know. Paige needs somebody that she can really go with. And she also needs some kind of son because she looks like she is Sheamus' little sister or something. She's very pale. Her little finishing move, I'm not all that in love with. I don't know. Maybe she's not executing it properly. It's certainly not AJ's Black Widow. So, I don't know. I miss AJ already. She only been going for like a half hour. We miss her already. The main event, Kane against Daniel Bryan. Obviously, Daniel Bryan was not going to lose the title to Kane. Obviously, this was like a way station kind of a feud or match until Daniel Bryan gets his next really, really big feud. Now, but I will say this: WWE has done a really good job setting the table, doing the story with this. They've done a good job with it. Absolutely. This match was good. It was pretty good. I mean, it says something when a match is actually good, and you still know who's going to win. It was still good. It was still compelling to watch. A lot of crazy spots. The sidewalk slam through the chair. Daniel Bryan off of the tables, off of the top rope, through the ropes, all kinds of stuff. And this was before it even spilled into the back. Because ultimately, they went straight old school, hardcore, Extreme Rules things. I mean, we had kendo sticks. People got hit with everything in this match. So here they are working their way up the ramp. But Kane takes Daniel Bryan and runs him into the little LED wall. Knocks the lights out of it. I don't know if they flicked them off in the back or whatever. Once they go actually backstage, Kane tries to throw a plugged-in TV at Daniel Bryan. It goes into a water cooler. All types of sparks fly out. That was kind of scary. Water and electricity is bad together, if you didn't know. People were close. Felt like somebody was going to get electrocuted. Nobody did. At least not that we know of. So he's fighting Kane on top of a Ford Taurus or something? I don't know. Kane tries to throw a oxygen tank at him. Misses. Punches through the window of a car. All kinds of stuff happened. Daniel Bryan pulled out a crowbar, a jack, smacks Kane in the head, puts him on a forklift. Yes, I'm not making this up. Look at the pictures. Puts him on a forklift, drives him back to the ring because, of course, he can't pin him back there, dumps him in the ring, right? Now, that was enough where if he would have finished on that, nobody would have complained. Everybody would have been like, wow, you see, he put him on the forklift. That's not it. He climbs up on top of the forklift tray, or whatever that's called, and jumps off with the flying headbutt. Right? So it's over, right? No. Kane kicks out, pops up like a freaky Leatherface dude that he is, catches Daniel Bryan as he was trying to go back on the top rope, choke slams him, right? Kane was doing his thing. I mean, he was really shining in this match, very much, especially to be older and all of that. But he still wasn't done. Tables out, kerosene out, flaming table time, man, flaming table time. Daniel Bryan reverses that, ends up putting Kane through the table. They quickly extinguish him because he was on fire for about a second and a half. Daniel Bryan hits him with the running knee, wins inside the ring. Okay, Kane pops back up, still looking crazy, and wants, so I don't know what's going to happen. Daniel Bryan won the match. I don't know if the feud continues or what, but overall, it was a pretty good pay-per-view. Y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.